Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SparkleDart. It's me, it's your pal SparkleDart. I'm back again to talk more about some things that we like to discuss because we're such a diverse and well verbose program. Notice how I trip over my words when I'm trying to say the word verbose. It's almost like it's not true. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking about physical education, something that every child has to do when they go to primary, secondary schools and learn all about the birds and the babies and all that stuff. But they also have to learn how to run and throw dodgeballs, which is, very difficult to do if you're not so physically inclined to make that sort of thing happen. So I was wondering why it's completely mandatory for children to take physical education, especially if they are taking something like track or field or hockey or baseball or soccer or football or racquetball or lacrosse or something like that. And I know that there are some schools that will let you opt out of PE if you are in a sport like that. I was in cross country personally. I can just run forever. I got a bunch of stamina and I have nowhere to stop. I've got nowhere to be, so I just keep on going. I run right past the finish line, and then I keep on going, and they're like, well, where's he going? And then they're like, we don't know. He just shows up again tomorrow and keeps on running. And then that's kind of how it goes, because we like to have fun. We tell jokes. So anyways, is physical education really something that's mandatory for children? I'd say yes, it is. And some people might not think that, but I think that yes, it is, because there are fat children. And I'm not saying that if you're fat it's a problem. I'm just saying that if you're a child and you're fat, then maybe you should take that time, because it's much easier for children to lose weight than it is for adults to lose weight. I should know. I'm a big tub boy myself. Pardon me, burps every episode. I'm a big tub boy myself, so maybe for children, because it is easier for them to lose weight, because it fluctuates so wildly in the summer. Like over the course of the weekend, they might eat like 500 pixie sticks, notwithstanding, and then they blow up like a big old zeppelin, and then fall right out of the sky. And then after that, they go back to school and start playing dodgeball and stuff like that either every day or every other day. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember, because it's been such a long time since I've been in school, because I'm so old. I'm 42, like I said before, that wait, what was I talking about? They go to school and they run and play dodgeball every day, and then they have fun and they play checkers, or maybe they don't, because I guess that's considered a sport in some countries. Not my country, not the United States of America, but in Russia it might be. If you are listening right now, Gary Kasparov, I'm going to talk about you for a little bit, because I like what you do, and I think you're very skilled. I think you're a very talented man, and I think you probably deserve a lot more recognition than you got up until that computer beat you. Now, people are always complaining or talking or worrying about how artificial intelligence is going to replace all the jobs that we have in our country, and then everybody will be unemployed and have to be on food stamps, but it won't matter anyways, because the robots will be doing all of the manual labor and the not so manual labor. And after that, it's going to reach a point whereby people are just kind of, sitting around and lounging, and then it's going to turn in that movie on Comedy Central. You remember the one, Idiocracy? That was a good movie. If you like dystopian futures, you should watch that, and then you should watch 1984, and then you should also watch Blade Runner. I don't remember if that was exactly a dystopian film, but I like that movie, so go ahead and watch that anyway. It was really good. Watch Aliens. That's got Sigourney Weaver. She's pretty cute in that movie, I think. And also, if you want to, you don't have to, but watch Freddy vs. Jason. That was an okay send-off for those characters, but then they decided to make another one, and it was like, what are you guys doing anymore? These characters haven't been relevant for 15 years, and you're trying to pull this big old hype and be like, yes, Freddy and Jason are coming back, but it turns out it's a dream or something, because that's what always happens in these horror films, or it turns out that it's somebody's imagination, or just something like that. It's some kid in a coma. That's been the whole story the whole time. If you watch cartoon shows like the Eddie games, or if you watch Adventure Time, it's they were just in a coma the whole time. That explains the whole story. I'm like, that's a really bad explanation for the entire events that unfolded during the course of the series if if you really cared about the characters and the stuff that they were doing, I think maybe you should give a little bit more credit where credit is due and say that maybe these things they actually did happen and this wasn't just some big crazy coma dream sequence. I think I really like the idea of the events in the Pokemon anime, which is my favorite anime, by the way. It's it's very well written. It's very well written, and the characters have a lot of depth, and they're very believable, and they grow over time. So it's like you follow them from the beginning of their journey to the end, and then it's like you know who they are a little bit better than when they started. And it's not trite at all, so stop using the word trite when talking about it because it really upsets me. And yeah, just have fun and relax and be cool, because if you're not cool, I'm going to have to beat you up because I'm very strong and I can beat you up. Because like I said, I'm very strong and I'm also very aggressive and mean. I'm a very mean person. I slapped my brother Joshua in the face one time when he was being a little rascal. Not like the movies, The Little Rascals with the alfalfas and the other stuff like that, but he was being like a hoodlum. Like a rapscallion, and I would never stand for something like that in my own home if I didn't have to put up with it. But Joshua, just so you know, I don't like when you act like that, so please stop, because I think it's very unbecoming for a person of your age to be, like, playing pranks on your older brother. I think it's ridiculous. Like, I call you out on your shit, and you're walking around telling people to kiss your ass, and it's like, well, that's not even really a prank, Joshua. That's just being rude for no reason and filming it. And you might think that, well, people do that on the YouTube, and I'd be like, yes, that is exactly the same thing that I'm talking about, and what they are doing is also wrong, and they should stop, because I think it's ridiculous. I think that grown men shouldn't go around with video cameras and be like, hey, bro, it's just a prank, bro, it's just a prank. And then I'll be like, yeah, it's just a prank, until you start pranking the wrong person, and he pulls out a switchblade on you, and he starts shoving it in your face, or whatever it is that people do with guns and stuff and knives and hockey pucks and whatever. So that's all I'm saying is be smart about it. Don't piss off the wrong person and you won't have any problems. But if you do have problems, you probably brought them on yourself, because there are ways to avoid conflict. I've taken many conflict resolution classes at the YMCA downtown, and they've all kind of turned out the same way. They said, Mr. SparkleDart, you're very good at what you do, and I would let you resolve any conflict that we ever had in the future. So I will call you if that is the case, and I'd be like, please don't call me. I didn't give you my personal cell phone number so that you could call me all the time. I gave you my personal cell phone number so you could call me in case there was a schedule change for class, and I don't really want to keep you in my life after this is over, because not that I'm rude or anything, it's just that I've got a lot to do, and I can't manage this. I can't forge a new friendship with somebody that I've never really known before for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing against you, to be quite honest. It's more about me not being comfortable with forming new friendships with people that I met at in a class at the downtown campus, because it's people make friends in college and high school and stuff like that, and when they do stuff like that, it's fine, because you're kids and you all have very similar interests and hobbies. But when you're an adult and your only interest or hobby is a class that you're taking together, and it's weird that you would try to become friends with those people and be like, hey, can I have your phone number so I can invite you to my barbecue this Saturday? And you'll be like, no, I can't go on Saturday, even if I wanted to, which I don't. Let me make that clear right now, that I don't want to go to your barbecue. Excuse me. That I don't want to go to your barbecue. But also on Saturday I have to work because I got called in for work, and I've got some extra work around the office that needs to be done, and it just won't fit into my schedule, so I'm not even going to make an attempt to fit it. I hope you understand. It's just I have a job and responsibilities that extend beyond what we've established here in these past 4 weeks in this conflict resolution management class, and I just really hope you can understand that. It's honestly, I think you're a great guy. I think you're nice and all of that stuff. I just can't see us being friends. I mean, you like the Phillies and I like the Patriots. How could we ever get along? It just won't happen that way. So I'm sorry, and I apologize again, because I'm a very nice person. even though I might sound like a dick right now, I'm a very nice person in general. Not all the time. Let me make that distinction right now. Not all the time am I a nice person, but sometimes some people push my buttons. I'm not saying you have yet, but some people will do that, and I just don't like to deal with that if I don't have to. So anyways, it's been about 30 minutes we've been talking past when I wanted to go home, and now my brother Joshua is probably wondering where I am because I'm his caretaker because he decided he wanted to play video games all the time. He's playing this video game where he walks around and like shoots guns at people, and then there's a bunch of other people that do that too, and apparently he goes to tournaments and stuff, and it's like, okay, well, I don't understand how people can possibly like have professional video games. It just doesn't make sense to me. I get sports and athletes and stuff like that, but video games, I can't, it doesn't make sense why anybody would want to watch somebody else playing video games. Cue the irony and the Seinfeld music. Ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, boom. You get it. You know the music I'm talking about, the Seinfelds. And I hope you got the joke that I was also going for. I'm gonna do this for a while, by the way. I hope you don't become bothered by it. I'm just letting you know that this will probably take a minute or two because I am very, very good at video games, and I am also very good at giving lectures, but I can't do both at the same time, even though I try. And there we go. Okay, so thank you for watching SparkleDart. We had a lot of fun today, and I think it's time to call it a day. Just throw in the towel, be like, all right, we're done, so that's it. Goodbye. Mwah.